Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the daily cards for the 18th of September 2017. How are you all doing? I'm back from my break. I just want to say thank you for all the messages that I got of people being very concerned about me and things like that. I'm absolutely fine. I did say that I was taking a week's holiday. I've had a lot of stuff going on, a hell of a lot of stuff going on, very exciting stuff. I've also had my birthday, and I just needed a break. So I'm absolutely fine. I just had some Tanya time. I didn't use technology, so I didn't reply to emails or anything. I will get through them this week because there's quite a few there to get through as well. But yeah, sometimes you just need to take time out, and I think everybody is entitled to a holiday as well. So I'm feeling refreshed. It's been fabulous. I had an absolutely wonderful birthday with some amazing presents and some amazing presents as well, you know. So I'm feeling very blessed for my connections. I'm feeling very lucky, and I'm feeling very excited for the new chapter as well, what's coming. Can everybody feel the shift as well, since that the solar eclipse stuff seems to have been going, and things do seem a lot calmer now as well. My exciting news, I can't speak about it now. I've been trying to keep my mouth shut about it, but I can't speak about it now. I'm actually, me and my friend Louisa wrote to a TV show for a joke. It was when we came back from Ibiza. We were all sort of post-holiday blues and everything, and we were joking and saying, you know, we should go on one of these TV shows or something, you know, and just get away, you know, that's it, just get away from it. And we got picked. So they've been here. We've had the BBC here filming last week, and basically, we're going to Ibiza for the winter. It's a programme called Escape for the Winter. I've got to go over in 4 weeks' time, and I've got to pick the houses and things like that of where we're going to live. So it's all exciting, and it's a little tester for me to make my big leap, you know, when I do that. So I said, I was actually sitting thinking, and I was saying to the universe, you know, I need 3 months over there, at least 3 months over there. I really wish somebody was coming with me because, you know, going by myself, yes, I know I've got to feel the fear, but it would be nice to have that. And then, lo and behold, this pops out of the blue. So the universe always answers, and it may not answer in the way that we want, but it always gives us the answer and always leads us on the path. So yes, so we've been getting filmed. It will be shown on TV in 2018, the beginning of 2018, but it has been very funny, very enjoyable, and it's only just the start of the journey. So there, that's why I had to take time off as well, you know. So yeah, all exciting things. And I was typically Tanya on camera as well. I said a few things. I told them, they said, where do you want to be? And I said, I want to be near the beach because I want to be able to walk on water every day. So it's like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get walk on water, but that's, you know, you all know it. It's Tanya speak. So right, okay, the cards for today. Quite interesting as well, these cards. I really like them. I'm using the Bonfire Tarot again. I really like these. I'm really sort of starting to bond with them as well. So the first card that we have is the Five of Cups. Now the fives are always, whenever we get fives in tarot, it means we're in the middle, okay? We're in the middle of something. Now, you know, this could be the middle of a storm. We're not, it's like we're in the middle of a transition. And when we get in the middle, it's sort of like we think, oh, right, okay, do I want to go back to where it was comfortable, or do I walk on into the unknown? So fives are very testing, fives are very challenging, I always feel, within the tarot as well. But I also feel that they are very, what's the word? They're necessary because they're very, very important. You know, we're at the midway stage, you know, so we're halfway. So this is what this card is talking about. But if we have a look at that card, it isn't a card of happiness or anything like that. The guy in this, he looks very disillusioned. He's disappointed. It's like he's given up, you know. It's like, woe is me, you know. The world is crap. The world is shit. Blah, 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 blah. You know, this is the way this guy is in this card. It's a card of isolation as well, you know, and it's talking about isolation. Now, when they're giving me isolation there, they're showing me coldness, you know, like an ice cube sort of thing. And none of us really like the cold that much, do we? I've noticed I was talking to my friend in France last night, and I said this last 2 days, it seems to have gone from summer to winter. There seems to have been no autumn. It's starting to get very cold here, and that's why I kind of wait to get away. I don't like the cold. But this is saying this isolation is keeping you cold. So all of that warmth within you is not being allowed to come out. So you are sticking in this cold place. And if we have a look at him, the colours of his skin, he looks quite lifeless, you know, sort of like, you know, when they put a corpse in the morgue to keep it sort of fresh, but, you know, there's no life in it. And this is what I'm getting with this. It's like, where has the life gone within you? You know, where has that passion? Where has that warmth? Where has that sunshine in your soul gone? It seems to have been being froze out here. Now, within this card, the Five of Cups as well, it does say that you are feeling like this because you have endured losses within your life. But every single one of us has, you know, this is it. We lose things within life, but we also gain. And nothing leaves our life without something new being presented to us. But it's up to us to take this. And this is what I'm getting a lot with this. Because this is saying the past holds a lot of answers for your current dilemma or your current predicament here as well. But this guy has got lost in the sadness of loss. And if we have a look at this river, you know, there's cups spilt, and this is times, you know, when the cups are our emotions, and this is when our emotions have flowed over, and when, you know, things haven't worked out the way that we wanted them to, and we cling to that loss, and we cling to that, you know, that feeling of rejection, dejection, you know, or something like that. And it's like, right, okay, well, I'm not even going to try again because, you know, that's what happened last time. But like I say, if we keep that belief that everything that leaves our life leaves for a reason, you know, look, it is autumn now, and look at the way the trees the trees shed their leaves. That's because there's new going to come, you know. So this card is saying, don't get stuck in this place of isolation, because it's not cool. We are, you know, we are spiritual beings. We thrive on connection. You know, this is what we are here for. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we are here to learn the importance of connection, okay? And when we disconnect, we didn't disconnect from source and spirit as well, and we disconnect from our path, and then we wonder why we feel alone. Okay, so this is what this card is saying, and it's about building these connections. I've said this before. A lot of people say that we come onto earth we incarnate onto earth to find out what real love is. And we do to an extent, but we need to find out what real love isn't first in order for us to then appreciate, like, real love, you know. And this is what we thrive on, you know. We thrive on that human connection. We thrive on touch. We thrive on, you know, sort of buzzing off people, you know, like sort of, yeah, right, okay, you know, when you think when you're in a conversation with somebody and somebody gets it or they get you, and this is when you actually start to feel alive again, you know. And this is what this card is saying. You're not allowing this in at the moment, you know. So if we have a look at this card, yes, there's all of these cups that have been spilled, but there's still two cups standing, okay? Now, the Two of Cups within tarot means a union. It's a mind, body, soul connection. It's a relationship. It's something that makes you grow. It's something that warms the cockles of your heart as well, you know. When you have that union, when you are connected to another, you know, when you have that connection, this is when you thrive, you know. And yes, you become overcome with emotions, but they're beautiful emotions, you know. And this is when you feel safe to express them, because what this is saying is that there is somebody around or about to come in who will be a mirror of you, you know, a reflection of your soul, so you can actually see yourself in their eyes. And this union will be brought into your life, or has been brought into your life, to help you heal and to help you grow. But you are too lost in your own sorrow to actually recognize that. So you may be feeling like you're in the dark, but the universe is shining this big light onto you, and you're not aware of it, okay? So this is it. There is light in the darkness, and it's a bright light. And this has come, they're saying there, this has come to guide you home. You know, if you follow that light, you will find home. And I don't mean home as in a place or anything like that. I mean within yourself. When you meet another person and you feel, yeah, this is home, you know, that is the most beautiful feeling in the world. And if we have a look at the top of that card, there's a house there, and that house looks cozy and it looks welcoming. It's not a scary house, you know. And this is there because the universe are trying to drag this poor guy, you know, back up onto his feet and set him on the road to recovery and healing and happiness. This is what they're wanting to do with him. But he's quite like a hermit, and this card, with the figure being at the front of the card, this is what it's depicting. It's very like the hermit card within this as well. Now, the difference with this is a hermit actually goes away to find to do spiritual research, to do research on himself. But in this card, the Five of Cups, this is he's gone away to wallow, you know. He hasn't gone away to sort of say, right, what is it I need to do to move me on? He's like, right, okay, everything is crap and everything is shit, so I'm just going to hide myself away. And that does not work. But if we look at this house up here, you know, this house looks welcoming. I went to my, I call her auntie, she's not my auntie, but I went to her house yesterday. I just called in when I was passing, and I walked through the gate and I seen the window. They were all sitting at the window at the table, and there was candles burning, and it looked so lovely. And I actually thought, this is the nearest thing I have to home, you know, and that was beautiful. And as soon as I opened the door, there was a big, massive hug. The love was there. The kids came running to me, you know, and then I sat with them when they'd done the homework and everything. And it was a very simple thing, but it was beautiful and very homely. And this is what it's saying, you know, there is a place for you. There is a place where you will feel this comfort, where you will feel this warmth, where you will feel this love, and you will feel this nurture as well, you know. And it's like, you know, you can imagine in here the fire is in the hearth, you know, but this will actually ignite the fire in your heart as well. It is a welcoming home, and this is what the universe is trying to do. It is trying to guide you home as well, you know, to this coziness, to this place where the blueness can go from his skin, and he will start to glow again, and he will feel this warmth, okay, that he has lost, because it's still there. He's only just stopping himself from actually getting it, you know. So that card came out. Then I pulled another one, and the card that I got was Judgment, you know. Now I love the Judgment card, and this isn't about judgment. I mean, judgment is a very big thing within society and within life at the moment. Everybody's judging somebody else on what they are. But when you have non-judgment, you know that you cannot judge anybody. Even this poor guy here, you know, you cannot judge him because you're not walking in his shoes. You know, you can make him try and see things differently, but you cannot judge him and tell him that he's wrong because this is his health. But so many people judge beautiful thing, you know. I mean, when you look at this card as well, it's quite funny. The last 2 weeks, I've had a message from my ex from like 8 years ago saying like, I love you. I'm sitting looking at photos of us, and, you know, and what we had was great and all of that. And I'm like, what brought this on? And it's like, I just remembering all the nice times we had together and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, they may have been nice times for you, but they weren't for me. You were a bit of a nightmare to be with, you know. And this person is still filled with regret and this feeling of loss, that I'm still in their life in a way, but not in the way that I was. But I gave everything I could to that. And they didn't accept it then. So that you know, there's only so much you can give. I then had to move on. And emotionally, I'm not connected to them in any way. But they're sitting with these memories and sitting with these regrets. And that is not a way to be, you know. Don't look at that in that way. Look at it, right, you're going to change your life. And next time you will do something better with somebody better, you know. So, like I say, this is quite interesting what's coming in here. So this card here, this Judgment, this is telling you that you have to face up to your fears. What is it you're scared about in moving forward? You know, what is it? Because you cannot blame somebody else, You know, if somebody new has come into your life, you kind of blame them for what other people have done in the past. You know, that it was not them. If they're new in your life, you know, then, you know, give them a chance. And the best way to see if you can trust somebody is to trust them, you know. And this is what this judgment is coming in to say. It's saying you need to face up to your fears. Face up to your fears of why you're scared to move forward, why you're scared to venture into that relationship, why you're scared to open your heart, and why you're scared to actually get out of this pain party that you are currently attending and actually get into a world where you could actually start to enjoy it. You know, where is it? Where is the fear with this? You know, what is it you're truly scared of? Because they're saying once you face them, this is when they will start to fall away. Because this card talks about renewal. It talks about rebirth. It talks about being given a second chance to be born again as well. Looking at the past and seeing what did not serve you then. What you done that you would actually do differently, you know. Have you had experiences that you didn't take because of fear, and you could be being presented with them again in different situations but with different people, you know. And now this is saying, right, okay, we're giving you a chance to sort of right the wrongs here, you know. The universe wants you to be happy. The universe wants you to feel at home all of the time, and this is what it is trying to give you at the moment. So it's saying, you know, don't focus on the failures of the past. Learn from them and actually make sure that they do not become like failures of your future as well. Again, this is talking about a mirror. Somebody coming in and mirroring you and showing you the truth, but allowing you to start to tell the truth to yourself rather than the lies that you've told yourself, you know, for so long, because we all do it. We tell ourselves these lies and, you know, and we think we believe them, but our soul's going, no. You know, our soul wants us to thrive. Our soul wants us to connect as well. So this is talking about a final cleansing, you know. This is it. And it's saying, you know, what regrets do you have, you know? Do you want to go to your grave incomplete? Because you are being given the chance to be complete, you know, for completion, to actually start again and start living, because this is what life is about, living. You know, yes, there are bad things happening in the world, but there are also beautiful things, you know. And where have you got stuck? This is what it's saying. Where are you stuck? You're stuck at a 5. So you're not moving back, but you're not moving on. And this is saying the time is now. You have to do it, you know. If we look in this card, they've rolled the dice, and the dice is a 4. 4 talks about stability and structure. Within tarot, the 4s are all good cards, you know. They're like I say, their stability, their structure. The 4 of Wands is all about like sort of homely life, you know. So we're talking a lot about the home here, but not home as in a physical place, as in inside of you, I feel. You know, we've got the hammer coming down here, and this is it, you know. It's like a judgment. Come on, this is what you've got to do, you know. Your punishment, whatever, is to go out and live as well, because what they're saying is the time is ticking here, you know. Time doesn't wait for anybody, you know. So you could sit and hum and haw and think, whatever, you know, exactly like this guy that I'm saying, you know, that messages me. And I love him in a way. I'm not in love with him in any way. And it makes me laugh to sort of, to see how he is. But it also makes me sad as well, because this is a person that is sort of given up on life. And this is saying, you know, the time is now. Don't hum and haw, because if you're that busy humming and hawing, whatever it is you're being presented with, it might actually sort of get sick of waiting around, or, you know, they might move on, or the situation might change in some way as well. And if we have a look at this card, there's a lot of people imprinted on our skin. And what we need to remember, okay, is whatever relationship, anybody who we have been with, anybody who's been a part of our life, a friendship, whatever, that is no longer there, They are not a tattoo. They were a bruise. It was a bruise that may have hurt, you know, for a while. It may still be sore to touch, but they are not a tattoo. It is not permanent. So that pain does not have to be permanent neither, you know. So you can actually allow that bruise to heal and move on. There was a great quote, and funny enough, I actually remember it from this guy that I'm talking about, and it said, you know, you wouldn't keep a chive on your teeth just because you enjoyed last night's potatoes, you know. So yeah, it's, you know, it's let the past go, because the future promises to be so much more bright for you, you know, and so much more there's a lot more growth coming in the future, you know, but you just have to realize that this is the time now, you know, the time for rebirth, the time for renewal, because like I say, that clock is ticking here, and you know, you don't want to have another loss on your cards because you are taking non-action, because you aren't acting, you know, because you may then lose more than you've bargained for, you know. So this is it. It's come on, it's like rise, it's listen to what the universe is saying to you. The universe is trying to slap you awake, you know, and it's trying to get you to get out there and actually embrace life as well, you know, because this is it. And there is life in the old dog yet, they're saying, you know. So please, it's little steps, you know, but taking the pleasure out of life rather than the pain, you know, because that is just punishing yourself, you know. So I really like this card. So it's also saying, you know, that you need to deal with the issues from your past, you know, learn from them, see where you can actually implement them into your future, and then release what is no longer needed so that you can have this wonderful future. You know, you're being called to live, not to just exist, okay? So, then we have, sorry, I'm going to have a, it's mad, it's been so nice not doing readings for a while. My head's just been like, it's just been really, really relaxed. So so the Osho Zen tarot card, and we know Osho always says it like it is, you know. I love the way the cards all tie in together. But this is consciousness, and this is the Ace of Clouds within this. And, you know, the clouds within the Osho deck always talk of troubles of the mind, you know. But the Ace is stronger than that. And this is saying, you know, that like it's sort of, if we look at the figure in that card, okay, it's a huge Buddha, you know, and there's a light shining from his third eye on his forehead. So this is a card of knowing, okay? Forget your 3D ego, sort of superficial, I may get hurt, I may get whatever. Sod that. Go into your soul, because your soul knows what you must do here. And your soul is trying to give you this crystal clear clarity that is coming, you know. It's telling you to detach from the drama, okay? Be an observer of it. Be an observer of your past as well. Root yourself in the stillness that is in the core of your being as well, and go internal here. Because your mind is controlling you at the moment, and this is saying you are not your mind. You know, the universe is trying to guide you to something which is much deeper and much more fulfilling, and will give you a much better understanding, you know, because it is trying to take you to harmony. It is trying to make you see the pulse of life. It's like, I'm seeing this pulse beating, you know, and that is it. I mean, how many people you know, if this is relating to you, you're sitting there and you're like, oh yeah, life is shit. How many people are on life support machines at this moment, actually doing everything that they can to stay alive, you know? That's it, you know, that pulse is beating within you. Use it. That's what you need to do, you know? Sorry, they're really showing me a lot. It's very, very prominent what they're showing me, and very like, it's sort of it's like sort of really tense time on a film or something, you know. But they're saying that pulse, sit and feel it. They're saying sit and feel that on your wrist, you know, and that is a gift. That is life that you are given. That is showing you that you are alive as well, you know. So let go of the ego. Stop feeling the ego. Stop feeling the fear. You know, your soul is trying to guide you where to go. So you need to listen when it speaks, okay? And we do this by going inward, you know, by realizing, you know, that we are not separate from everything. This isn't just happening to us. This is happening for us, okay? okay? And the universe is trying to guide you, and it's it keeps saying, trying to guide you home. This is it, you know, your true home, you know, with members of your tribe where you actually feel that you belong. A lot of us can go home, you know, to a place and not feel like we belong at all, you know. But this is talking about, you know, your soul groups, your soul family, and where do you feel you are understood? Where do you feel loved? Where do you feel nurtured? You know, all of that. If you haven't got that now, go out and find it, because it's there and it's there calling for you. You know, this is it. You know, get out of your head and into your feels. Allow spirit to talk to you, you know. At the moment, your monkey mind is stopping anything else from coming through. You know, it's like sort of causing chaos in the traffic there, you know, in the traffic of the signals. So take some time in stillness, okay? Detach from the past, detach from what may happen in the future. Observe it, you know. Be an outsider, because that's what your soul is, but actually see what is happening here, and then realize through this consciousness that, you know, it is your time to live, you know. Heavy one for the first one back, you know, they always do stuff like this with me. So yeah, so then the Colette Baron Reid card we have is chaos and conflict. So there's I feel a lot of conflicting thoughts going as well, and you may be feeling like you're in quite a turbulent like atmosphere in some way as well. But what you've got to consider is, what is the value in this chaos that you're experiencing at the moment, you know? Because chaos is here to serve you in a way. So don't become like sort of unsteady with it. You know, the winds are coming in because they are wanting to scatter things. They're wanting you to leave behind parts of yourself that you no longer need, you know, and then allow these seeds to sort of scatter and, you know, and to reinvent yourself, like the judgment, you know, be reborn as well. So this conflict, you know, it seems to be external around you, but really it's internal, because we are attracting everything that we actually experience as well. You know, and this is why you could be feeling like in disarray with this. So what this is saying is, you're at like sort of a crossroads now, and it's, you know, cross purposes, and you're being said, do you go back? Do you go forward? What do you actually do? You're feeling out of control, and this is maybe why you are withdrawing as well. But it's like I say, let this storm pass. When a storm comes, we cannot do anything about it. You know, we either need to take shelter, you know, we need to take provisions to make sure that we are safe. And this is what's happening. Our ego is trying to keep us safe. Our ego is trying to say, you don't want to venture into anything again, because look at last time you got hurt, you know, and your ego is trying to keep you safe in a way. But, you know, being safe does not help you grow. Your soul is pushing you forward and saying, you know, you will be okay this time. You know, you will be. This is what we want for you. We want you to be happy. So this is where the internal dialogue is coming as well, you know. So like I say, remember that every storm passes, you know, and chaos is only here to help us to reorder things and put things back in order, because, you know, if there wasn't this storm, we would never have gone out and cleared that gutter or cleared that garden or whatever. But when everything's been mixed up, then we need to go in and start to rearrange things as well. You know, within chaos magic, it's about bringing everything in together into a whole, and this is what it's talking about. So this is saying, you know, yes, you may need to take shelter a little bit, but this is a time to understand rather than be understood, you know, because you're going over in your own head, and it's the same stuff you've been doing all of the time. So stubbornness is actually stopping you from some sort of coming out of this eye of the storm as well, you know. And it's like, you know, do you want to be right? Do you want to actually be hurt again, so that you can see, you see, I was right. That's what happens, you know. It isn't what happens all the time. You tell me, you can show me everything that's gone wrong for somebody, and for every person that something's gone wrong, I can show you 10 people where it's gone right. Okay, so like I say, there's always two sides to it here. So it's like being on the magnifying glass. Which side of the magnifying glass do you look on? Do you look on where everything's big and, you know, huge, or do you look on where everything's tiny and it's not a problem? So this is saying that you are having an opportune moment at the moment, you know, where you can learn about yourself, learn about your values. You are not who you used to be, and you are not who you will become. You know, you are who you are at the moment, but clinging on to who you may become, you're not there yet, or who you have been, you're not that person anymore. You know, you have grown, and, you know, we can't stop the hands of time. So this is saying to you, you know, that you really need to look at yourself now. Look at old stories that you're telling yourself, you know, and see, do these still really fit? What is it that's really important to you? What do you want? Do you want this aloneness? Do you want companionship? Do you want success? Do you want fame? What is it? What is it? If I had a magic wand now and could say to you, right, I'm going to give you your wish, do you know what it is that you would actually wish for? You know, because this is saying, you know, you can find a way through these stormy emotions or whatever. This storm is coming to clear the air in some way and make it a much better place than it was before. If you think, I love lightning storms, I love electrical storms, the energy with them, I literally, I can feel the magic, and I know that something big is going to come. And what this is saying, this is what's happening, you know. This storm or this chaos and confusion, what you're actually in at the moment, is like sort of clearing a path for new growth as well. Things will become electric, you know, you will become more enlightened, and this is always more than what you were in the past. So use this constructively as well. There's a quote that I got when it came, when this came in, and it's turn away from what has gone, for the future lies sparkling and awaiting your presence. And this is what this card is saying. You know, yes, you may have stormy skies at the moment, you know, but it's like, I'm getting that, is it Jimmy Cliff? You know, I can see clearly now the rain has gone, and this is it. And it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. And that doesn't matter if we're going into winter or not, you know. You need to find that sunshine in your soul. And this is why you are going through this confusion and sort of chaos and everything like that, because the universe is trying to guide you to something else, but you're not seeing it. So you are feeling this discord because you are going against your soul and going against the universe. And like I say, there's this time of wallowing that needs to be over, because this is a time of living and waking up and being reborn and, you know, having the chance to live your life again. Okay, older, yes, but much wiser, they've just said there. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what we have with this. Yeah, you've changed. You're not the same person you were. This is what they're saying. You are not. But there is bigger greatness coming, you know. There is so much more for you to inhabit, you know. There's a different you for you to inhabit there, I think they're saying. Right, okay. Right, spirit card for the 18th of September, please. These are really sticking today. I think this is because I haven't been using them. I haven't been using my cards, which has been quite nice. Right, come on. Come on. Tell me no more. Oh, right. They've all fell down there. I'm so sorry about this. Right, okay. What's the song they're singing there? The Choral, Dreaming of You. Yeah, sorry. Wow, what they're playing at today. Right, okay. Magic, blessings, transformation, a blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and keep an open mind. That's mad, because I mentioned chaos magic before, and you know the Roald Dahl quote, you know, and it's what is it? It's look with glittering eyes, isn't it? Because those who don't believe in magic will never find it. So this is it, you know. Remember your magic. Remember your magic. That's mad. I sent that picture to somebody the other night. You know, so that's it. Remember your magic, but remember you are magic as well. You all have magic within inside of you. You know, every single one of us does. And it's just about remembering it, you know. Because like I say, exciting times here. And look, we've got that star right in the heart there as well, you know. And look, she's got a nice little, like, grin. And she, lovely little grin there. The third eye is you know, alive. It's on fire, you know. This is listen to your intuition and look at that glow that she has around her, you know, that aura. And this is it, you know. You are born to glow and grow, and this is what the universe is trying to do for you at the moment. So right, okay, I'm going to go now. If anybody would like a personal reading with me, I do still have availability this week. I haven't been taking bookings, so there is still availability this week for readings. Please get in quick. Emergency readings. I do have some for tomorrow. I think I do have some spaces for emergencies tomorrow. But like I say, I do expect them to get in quick, because as soon as I put the weeklies are going out today, so as soon as I put them up, spaces usually get booked straight away. So if you do want a reading, then please get in touch. The link is below. The link to everything is below, to donations, to my Instagram, to my Facebook, stuff like that. If any of you aren't on my Instagram or Facebook, please head over there and see. There's a couple of pictures of the filming and things like that. You get a little bit more of a insight into my life on Instagram, because I like taking photos and things like that, you know. So if you're not, it's Love Buddha Tarot on Instagram. All of my social media links are below as well, and it's great to be back. And like I say, I have missed you, but I have had a lovely time as well. Okay, so I hope you're as happy to see me back as I am to be back as well. Okay, have an absolutely fabulous day. Satnam.